Hi, my name is Arusa Malik, and I will be presenting Jack in the Box E. coli outbreak. Step 1. Background. Escherichia coli is a microorganismal bacteria toxin and is often associated with undercooked red meat. This crisis struck in Jack in the Box in Seattle in 1993. According to a study published in 2011, an estimated 93,094 illnesses are due to domestically acquired E. coli each year in the United States. This results in 2,138 hospitalizations and 20 deaths annually. This problem still exists because contaminated meat comes from poor cattle production. Current situation, step 2. The outbreak in Jack in the Box in 1993 called for a new inspection system known as the Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. With this, there was an immediate decrease in the salmonella contamination and foodborne illnesses. Strength. E. coli can be screened for elimination and be eliminated. Weakness. Crowded feedlots lead to contamination of meat due to abundant feces in the manure and cattle. Opportunity. HACCP's goals is to conduct microbial testing for E. coli and salmonella. Threat. Meat grinding companies are threatened to be shut down by the USDA, and also bacteria has developed a tolerance to acidity in the stomach. An organization that I looked into was the Food Safety and Inspection Services, and their mission is to protect consumers through ensuring their meat is properly inspected and by making sure their poultry and meat is safe and wholesome. Step 3. Prioritize core issue. E. coli thrives in the feces of the cattle and is often spread through the feedlots. Cattle eat staple foods such as grass and corn, which produce acidity, and because of that, E. coli thrives in acidic environments and harbors in the cattle's stomach. Bacteria such as E. coli that is present in the intestinal tract of the cattle can also contaminate its meat. Because of that, E. coli is passed through the human stomachs through undercooked meat, and since it has a tolerance for acidity, it means that gastric shock won't kill it. Once the toxins are released from this E. coli, then it can kill a person. Step 4. Analyze alternatives. Social ecological model is the perfect model that can describe this issue. It comes from a root and goes into a bigger group and then reaches institutions with power that can do something about the regulations for operations. My first approach would be increased sanitation of slaughterhouse, such as washing hands and cleaning utensils. My second approach would be educating on proper cooking and storing of meat products. This can go into stricter guidelines on keeping the temperature at a correct temperature for the meat, and also with transporting and handling the meat. Step 5, recommendations. I would first recommend using sprays, steam cabinets, and irradiation to eliminate E. coli. With all of these, there is a goal, and that is to kill E. coli. The best one would be radiation because it eliminates threats posed in manure. Second recommendation would be the use of PulseNet, as it fingerprints E. coli and also detects invisible bacteria. Third recommendation would be labeling each consumer meal to ensure proper inspection of the meat, just to give consumer satisfaction that their meat is clean with no or little to no bacteria. Step 6 would be the action plan. My action plan would be into stages of the meat production, and I would have a criteria list for the testing. Once each meat passed the test, they can move on to the next stage in the meat production. Obviously, it would be taking a year to conduct this. This can be conducted by a USDA official. If there was a risk detected, meats need to be treated. I would provide educational services to the slaughterhouses and to those who purchase the meat, just so they know how to prevent E. coli and how to deal with undercooked meat. Step 7. In my opinion, I wouldn't want this to repeat itself, so I would target the root cause of this. As cattle farms is where it begins, we would need to provide a sanitary and proper condition for the cattle so the disease doesn't spread between each cattle. I believe we can also look for medication that could treat E. coli infections in humans, although they don't react with antibacterial medication. We can find a strain and create a vaccine and find a defense for this bacteria. Thank you.